Shattered vows. The air in the kitchen was thick with the acrid tang of burnt toast, but it was a faint chime of my wife's phone, vibrating against the countertop at 2 a.m., that sliced through the silence like a blade. I stood frozen, my bare feet cold against the tiles, staring at the glowing screen. A single notification. Miss you already. Tomorrow. The name above it, Mark, was her boss, the man she'd spent late nights working with for months. My chest tightened, a fist of betrayal squeezing my heart until it felt like it might burst. Lila had always been my anchor, her laughter a melody that grounded me through years of scraping by, building a life from nothing. We'd shared dreams over cheap wine in our cramped apartment, her hazel eyes sparkling with promises of forever. But lately, those eyes had dulled, darting away when I asked about her long hours. Just work, she'd say, her voice clipped, her smile a ghost of itself. I'd chalked it up to stress, rationalizing the late nights, the locked phone, the perfume that wasn't hers clinging to her coat. Now, that text burned those excuses to ash. I didn't wake her. Instead, I sat in the dark, the phone's glow searing the words into my mind. Doubt gnawed at me. Maybe it was a misunderstanding, a joke, a mistake. But the memory of her whispering into her phone last week, her back turned as she stood in the hallway, flooded back. "It's nothing," she said when I asked, her tone too sharp, too defensive. My fingers hovered over the phone, itching to unlock it, to unearth the truth. But fear stopped me, fear of what I'd find, fear of shattering the fragile hope I still clung to. The next morning, Lila moved through the kitchen with a forced cheerfulness, her hair pulled back, her lips painted with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Big meeting today," she said, pouring coffee, her voice light but trembling at the edges. "Mark's counting on me." The name landed like a stone in my gut. I nodded, my throat too tight to speak, my mind replaying every late night, every vague excuse. The clink of her mug against the counter felt like a gunshot. I followed her that evening. The city's neon lights blurred through the rain-streaked windshield as I trailed her car to a sleek downtown hotel, not the office. My hands shook on the steering wheel, the wiper's rhythmic thud echoing my pulse. She stepped out, her red dress clinging to her frame, and Mark was there, his hand grazing her back as they disappeared inside. The sight was a knife, twisting deeper with every second I watched. I wanted to scream, to storm in, to demand answers, but my body felt leaden, trapped in a haze of heartbreak and rage. Back home, I waited. The clock ticked past midnight when she finally slipped through the door, her face flushed, her eyes avoiding mine. "Late meeting?" I asked, my voice low, trembling with the weight of what I knew. She froze, her purse slipping slightly in her grip. "Yeah," she said, too quickly, her voice cracking. "Just work stuff." The lie hung between us, heavy and suffocating. I wanted to believe her, to cling to the love we'd built, but the truth was a splinter in my soul. "Lila," I said, stepping closer, my voice barely a whisper. "I saw you. With him." Her face crumpled, guilt and panic flashing across her features. She opened her mouth, but no words came. The silence was deafening, a confirmation louder than any confession. "How long?" I asked, my voice breaking. She shook her head, tears spilling, but still no answer. The room spun, the walls closing in as the life we'd built shattered around us. I didn't yell. I didn't break things. Instead, I walked out, the cold night air biting my skin. But as I stood under the flickering streetlight, a plan formed, a quiet, calculated revenge. I'd seen the emails on her laptop weeks ago, the ones she thought she'd hidden, detailing her and Mark's scheme to siphon company funds. I dismissed it then, blinded by trust. Now, I'd use it. I'd send those emails to the board anonymously, let their betrayal unravel their careers, their lives. As I walked back inside, Lila's sobs echoed from the bedroom, but my heart was already hardening. She'd broken us, but I'd make sure she paid.